Jello on the beat.
Get that money, make sure your fam straight. You know we ain't nothing without the family. If you eat a nigga, make sure your man ate. It look crazy when you shining and your man ain't. No, that's not what family do. Never tell a family business, that's the family rules. Family kill family when the family feud. Bring the family blues, the whole family lose. Whoa, I've been speeding like a demon through this Hellcat. Streets mislead us, that's the reason.
I have finally got up the courage and the strength to allow myself to be vulnerable to the world. Sometimes when you put yourself in a public space, it can get ugly. And if you don't have that strength to take criticism, whether it's positive or negative, you won't survive. So I think I've finally gotten the strength after a year and a half of really putting the thoughts together, really deciding to go ahead and do a YouTube channel. I think I have it now. So I'm Rhonda, and this is my life with my starting five. So I was born and raised in Harlem Hospital baby. Most of us from Harlem are Harlem Hospital babies. I grew up in Building 101 on 140th Street and Lenox Avenue. Lots of local celebrities. Celebrities were from my area. Cameron was from my building. We lived across the hall from each other. Then we had Mace, Big Al, just to name a few from my neighborhood. Really rough neighborhood, but you know, I enjoyed my childhood. I think that it gave me a lot of the ambition and helped me become resilient in the face of obstacles and just, you know, growing up in a neighborhood back in the 80s. Lots of people can relate to that. Some of you new young people may not, but lots of us older people like myself, I'm an 80s baby, can. I have 5 kids. My oldest is 24. His name is Dylan. Then I have Christopher, Ronnie, Ryan, Riley. All the girls in my immediate family names begin with R. Go figure. That's why I followed the R trend. Little about my story. I was a teen mom. So wanted to give people something real to think about and let you know you're not alone. I know there's a lot of things out there about teen moms, and we have the Teen Mom show. To me, some of it is real, but lots of it don't give you raw and uncut, honestly. So I'm here to give you a little bit of the raw and uncut and to show you that other people relate and other people can relate to what it's like being a teenager and having kids. And not only that, growing up with your kid and being so close in age like me and my first, right? We're not too much older than each other, which is weird in a sense, but also it's a good thing. But it does have its challenges because you're not the same kind of mother you are twice unless you just suck at it. And what I mean by that, things that I did with Dylan, I didn't do with Christopher. I didn't do it with Ronnie. I didn't do it with Ryan. I didn't do it with Riley. I felt like as I got older and matured, I became a different mother each time. And me and Dylan struggle with that. We struggle because of that. Same as Chris. I think me and him had different struggles, but we struggled. And I say we struggled because when you're young and you have kids, things that you used to tolerate, things that you used to do, things that you didn't know any better, your older kids watch you become a different mother to your younger kids. And it causes, I don't want to say jealousy, but it causes that, why? Why do you do things like this with them, but didn't do that stuff with us? or with me? And I feel like that is a real question, and it put us in a place of like power struggles and, you know, a lot of reminders that I love you the same, but at 16, I'm not the same mother at 26. I'm not the same mother at 30, you know? But that's a little bit about me and my life with my starting five. I hope you guys tune in. I'll be doing story time for my next video. Just giving a little background on my life with my starting five and our obstacles and a day in the life with us and what it looks like to be a teenager, honestly, raising kids. And I would like to kind of say being a teenager, raising teenagers. Because sometimes the mentality doesn't catch up as fast as the age. So tune in. Like, subscribe. See you soon. I think when I got pregnant with my son, I want to say I was one of the first people on my block to be publicly pregnant as a teenager. And it was rough. It was like, wow, she's pregnant. Oh, look at that little girl. Look at baby Rhonda. She's pregnant. She's pregnant. She's pregnant. So many questions. So many people talking about me. So many people with opinions. So many people knowing I was going to fail and hoping I was going to fail. And, you know, not really much support. My mom took me to every abortion clinic in the 5 Boroughs. And, you know, I can understand how she felt, but I don't think she really understood how I felt, right? I wasn't a kid that was out there like people thought. I went from being a tomboy to being someone's mother. And at that time, I was already 5 months. So if you were around in the 80s, you knew that those procedures were crazy. She literally had me watch. She literally had me watch girls walk up and down the hall pregnant. And they called it, I think, a saltwater abortion back then, where they shoot something in your navel, have you go into labor, and it literally burns the baby and you push it out burn. Sorry that I'm being so graphic, but it was torturous and kind of traumatizing, you know, but I held my ground and I told the social workers when they asked me, no, I'm not doing it. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. And she didn't like it. And, you know, she had lots to say and lots of thoughts. I was scared shitless. Honestly, what do I know about a kid? Not only what do I know about a kid, I do not have anywhere else to live. I have to live with this lady, right? Eventually, when she seen that I was listening to what she said, you're going to continue going to school. You're not going to stop going to school. You're going to work summer youth. You're going to pay for your own kid. I'm not going to do anything for you. When she seen that I was doing that, I was keeping my head held high through the pressure, through the ridicule, through the embarrassment, through all the adults talking at me and talking about me. Me having to be around my friends in a different light and their parents, like looking at me differently. It was a lot. It was really, really a lot, especially for a 16-year-old. And at that time, I was 15, actually. I didn't have my son until I turned 16. So just think about that. And then you don't have the support of your parent, right? Eventually, she came around and she told me how to do things. She supported me through it. She made me work summer youth. Hottest 3 months of my life. I had my son in September, so just imagine from July to mid-August working with a huge stomach. Again, embarrassed because you're around all these older people that don't know anything about you but have an opinion about you because of the predicament you're in, or feel sorry for you because of the predicament you're in, right? Had my son in September, but I'm gonna back up a little bit because I didn't talk about my other parent, my dad. Okay, so my dad was I'm gonna say a weekend dad. He came and got us for weekends, came and got us for holidays, did lots of things with us, like over break. So he was taking us to Virginia Beach. I would never forget. I begged my mom not to tell him I was pregnant at that time. I think she was just embarrassed as I was. So she agreed not to tell him. So I think I was about 7 months, or maybe even 7 months for sure. He came over to get me and my sister to take us to Virginia Beach. I told my mom, tell him I'm sick, please, that I'm not going, and don't let him come upstairs. So she went downstairs. She told him. He was like, nope, I'm going upstairs. She's going. She is not going to sit this trip out. You know, when you're young and you feel like you're missing things on the block and you want to hang out with your friends and you are enjoying life, a lot of times there's something better out there. My dad always exposed us to things that we wouldn't have regularly been exposed to. But I stopped wanting to go with him a lot because I felt like I was missing stuff. And I was into the streets, honestly. I enjoyed being in the streets. I enjoyed running the streets. I enjoyed, doing things I really wasn't supposed to be doing. Honestly, I enjoyed the benefits of it. So he was like, oh no, she's going. I paid for her. We're going. We're doing this. Comes upstairs. I'm like, I'm sick, Dad. I'm sweating bullets under the covers. I don't want him to pull the cover off of me. I'm so scared that my biggest fear of breaking my dad's heart was going to come true. And just what I thought he was going to do, he did. Flip the covers off. His mouth dropped. And it was like a hurt that I have never seen before in a man. Honestly, especially one that I love. And I didn't want to look at me like everyone else looked at me during that time. So it was really hard. And I think it ended the relationship we had as me being his baby girl. I was never again that. Him and my sister and everybody wound up going. When they came back, my dad didn't really speak to me. I honestly don't remember, like after that, how long it took for us to speak. But my stepmom, because he married again when I was 12, came around. She got me my first braids. We're half Spanish, so my mom never really wanted to give us braids. I don't know why. Wanted braids, longed for braids, because everyone on my block had braids, always wanted braids. My stepmom came and got my hair braided in preparation for the labor. Like, she helped me a lot. She really stepped up. And I'm going to be honest with you, I couldn't stand her for a lot of reasons for a long time, because I didn't think she liked me either. And as a kid, you know when somebody else doesn't like you. But she stepped up, and I think that gave us a new relationship. And one that opened the door for me to see her in a motherly way. But that was short-lived. And I'll tell you about that at another time, because then she got pregnant and had my little sister. But the hurt in that man's eyes was unimaginable. But I faced it. I got through it, and I did all the things that I needed to make sure I could provide for my son, and not only provide for him, become a mother and understand what it means to be a mother. And that wasn't an easy task. It took years of trial and error and the baby daddy drama. As you know, I didn't mention anything about a father. Probably won't now, but eventually when I feel less emotional, I will walk you through the baby daddy drama and just a little bit more about how things can get quick tossed upside down and people's image and perception of you can go from left to right in a heartbeat. But how you get past it and how you move forward and say is everything. And what you do next is everything and will mean everything. So I want anybody who is out there, who is a teen mom, who has been through what I've been through, hold your head high and you'll get through it. But
hey YouTube, I'm Rhonda and this is my life with my start in 5. I was born and raised in Harlem, right here on 140th and Lenox Avenue. I have 5 kids, 2 dogs, and a man. I was so scared, I ain't even gonna lie to you, so scared to start sharing my life with the world, to let myself and allow myself to be vulnerable to the world. But I finally got comfortable with being uncomfortable and said, you know what? There's so many people that came from the same struggle as me, that went through the same things as I did, and everybody didn't start with a perfect life. So why not share my perfectly imperfect life with the rest of the world? And that is what I'm doing today. So, started from the bottom.
and now I'm here. I would love for you guys to listen to my backstory as you go through my journey with me. So be sure to like, comment, subscribe, and jingle those bells so you don't miss anything. See you soon.